I love how that ended.
Welcome to Dastardly Hamster, where we try to convert each other to our favorite bands. Last time you listened to American Jesus, you gave it a 5 out of 5, which means we get to do another Bad Religion song today. If you like this one, then we'll do a third. Today we're doing a song that isn't one of their most popular songs, but it is the song that converted me, and actually two of my friends, to Bad Religion fans. So it has that going for it. I don't really know how you're going to respond to it. What convinced me of this song, or of this band, was actually the last 20 seconds of this song. Up until then, I wasn't convinced. Last 20 seconds, it got me. I will say, though, that one thing I do think you will enjoy, that I've learned more about you, listening to some System of a Down, is they incorporate a lot of Middle Eastern sort of music at different points. So this song has a little bit of a Middle Eastern vibe to it. Not for the whole song, but for certain sections of it. So you might appreciate that. I don't know.
So I guess I'm expecting something similar to the last one. Let me go check the title. The Defense. So I guess I'm expecting an anti-war song? No? Okay.
Actually... So I tried looking up song meanings to this song, and there's a lot of debate around what this song actually means. Okay. So it could have some anti-war aspects in it, but this one is more heavy on the metaphors, I think.
You're so right. I'm getting super strong System of a Down type vibes. Yeah, Middle Eastern vibes, or kind of like Western movie.
Nothing comes easier than madness in the world today. Mass paranoia is a mode, not a malady. Yeah, I'd like to watch 1,000 cable channels, but there's nothing. And my high-speed connections monitored daily by the Pentagon. These things are seldom what they seem. I'm not inclined to enjoy my dream. Won't go away.
My immediate thought is that this is talking about the delusion that we're all under because of mass media.
Sorry, just before you continue, I'm just noticing one of the lyrics here is wrong. It should say mass paranoia is a mode, not a malady, like with an A.
Okay, so that's even more interesting because mass paranoia is not a malady. To me, it's saying that the story, the narrative that the media is pushing onto us is madness, but because it's all the same madness, it seems like it's the correct way to be. You can't get any better information because you might have a high-speed connection, but everyone's being monitored by the government. People can't even really say what they want to say.
By the way, I'll just give you some context here. This song came out in 2002.
Yeah. So if it was 2002, they're probably talking about Patriot Act. Watching the news back then, I didn't watch a lot of news yet. I was still a kid, but it was constant. The same narrative. Now we know for sure that a lot of what they were peddling were lies, but you had bands going out there, and in many cases, they were the only ones actually saying what was going on. Oh, and now the title seems to be making sense because at the time, all of the conversation was about the US is just defending itself.
Interesting. So I have a little bit of a different interpretation, but I think what you're saying is probably correct as well. And I really like songs that can have like double meanings, and I think this might be one of them. But I'll go into my interpretation when we get a little later because it won't make sense yet.
Won't go away. No peace, no friends. We trace the mortal edge to state the obvious. This world is perilous for us. No sense and no guide. Ain't it beautiful to be alive? I won't resign before the struggle ends, so I'll construct this sound defense.
The defense could also be the line that the media is pushing always paints the listener as the victim and as someone who has a need to be afraid and a right to be afraid. So maybe the defense is educating, we'll say, the public on how to talk about things.
See, that's really interesting. I really like your interpretations, and I think you might be correct. But like I said, I also think there could be double meanings here of what the defense actually is. When I interpreted this, I was seeing it as more like the defense is the walls that we put up to sort of defend ourselves from all of the madness that's happening around us. Because like it's just a constant bombardment every day, and you almost have to like protect yourself, or you just are going to become depressed. You're going to sink into it, and you almost have to like find some way of dealing with it and remaining positive and constructing this inner defense to all the awful things that are happening around you. But I think what you said is really good. And I think you could be correct. And it could be a double meaning. Again, people are debating this song. Nobody's 100% sure, I don't.
When I'm rereading this part, I see what you're talking about. Things are depressing on TV. I'm going to find a way to see the good side. I'm not going to off myself, we'll say. Some would say that you would construct a wall. Come back soon for our Pink Floyd reactions. Oh yes, I love this.
We are the prey, and culture is the predator. I'm running out of time where conditions are positional. Shadows of a doubt cast reluctance and depravity. There's gotta be a way to overcome this grim reality. Is there an option left for me?
That part where his voice goes, that is very System of a Down, and it's very Middle Eastern, or I find that very, very beautiful.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, he does that a lot.
I'm not immune to despondency. There's no way, no peace, no friends. We trace the mortal edge to state the obvious. This world is perilous for us, no sex.
And that the world is perilous for us goes back to that mass paranoia. It's not considered a malady to be afraid of everything and to always be worried about what the media tells us to worry about.
And oh God, ain't it beautiful to be alive? I won't resign before this struggle ends, so I'll construct this sound defense. There's a signpost on the corner, and it keeps everybody safe. We were all made in the shade. And your mother's in the kitchen, where she's patching all the cracks in the wall. We never had a care in the world.
I really like that line, there's a signpost on the corner and it keeps everybody safe. It's talking about that illusion of safety, that by living in the society where things are very regulated, mothers in the kitchen fixing stuff, that sort of 1950s ideal of everything was okay. And now growing up, you have to start to put these walls around you to be kept safe. Again, very Pink Floyd.
We never had a care in the world. Too much to sacrifice, it's hard to recognize. Trapped in compromise of fury, deadly alibis. If combination of the crush is so intense, so I'll construct this sound defense. Nothing greater than the madness in the world today. I must conceal myself and steal myself and break away. I see condition in the matters that are black and white, so I'll construct this sound defense.
Ooh, I love how that ended.
Right? That ending made me a Bad Religion fan for life. That was what convinced me to check out their other stuff. Just that last 20 to 30 seconds or whatever it is. I'm like, holy shit, that was cool.
I love big, heavy drums. I love when it feels like the whole world is moving, like Godzilla is walking next to you. I love that. It's my favorite sound.
All right, what is your rating on this song?
5 out of 5.
Holy shit, 2 in a row.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm so happy.
Me too. I like the song. Yeah. A new song that I can enjoy. There was one little part of the vocals that I didn't love, but overall everything else I really really loved.
Nice.
I loved that, as you were saying, that Middle Eastern sound or possibly old Western sound. I loved what he was doing with his voice when it kind of went I love that sound. I love it when any artist does that. I love when they got into that big heavy drum sound, and I like the lyrics. I think I was a little bit misguided. I think I tend to go look for societal messaging before I look internal at the sort of like internal emotional part.
Well, I think it is all connected, though. My high-speed connection is monitored daily by the Pentagon, so they are talking about like societal things that are happening around them. My understanding, anyway. I could be wrong, but there's self-defense to those things.
What I got out of it is pretty much that maybe it's the media. The media is so depressing that people have to find some way of getting through it and finding some happiness in the world away from the mass media.
One interesting thing that I read, or I guess they've even talked about it, is that there are like different allusions to the game of chess in this song. Like it uses like black and white a lot, and like the defense, like I guess like you're supposed to defend. I don't know. I'm not a big chess person, but there's apparently a lot of chess allusions.
The thing that I loved the most about this song was the instrumentation.
Interesting.
Yeah.
See, what really got me on this song was the harmonies, and especially the harmonies at the end when they're all coming together like that. Like I said, I really like outros that are different from the rest of the song. And the outro, he's just like singing really fast, and the harmonies are coming in like they have never come in for the entire song. And it's like just all coming together at once. And like, holy, this is so good.
And what is your rating?
5 out of 5. Of course. This is the song that got me into the band. I have to give it a 5, but I just love it in general.
Well, that's it for us, Hamstars. Spin your wheels down to that subscribe button.
And give us a dastardly thumbs up.